Hi, my name is Kaya, as you may or may not know, and I'm your friendly neighborhood tarot reader. And I'm trying something new today. You can only see a small part of my face, but that's okay. I just don't like showing my entire face, although you probably saw my face earlier. But yeah. Let me set up real quick and burn some incense. May I have a flame, please, Lord Apollo? And I'm sorry if my mirror is a little bit dusty. I apologize, but at the same time I don't. Because your girl is busy. Literally my middle name would be busy as hell. Didn't know how to rest. Okay. I'm freezing outside, feeling my skin tight. But yeah, so I'm just trying to see what I can do, kind of, because I don't really want to show the entirety of my face. And I know it might be kind of strange because I can see my face, but you can't see my face. But that's just me, and I just like to keep it that way. If you don't mind, that is... Oh, I'm working on such a tight space today. I have to declutter. I always need to declutter for some freaking reason. Okay. Oh, it didn't light up. Hold on. You probably saw my face already. It don't matter. I just thought the angle was interesting. Here's your flame. Okay. Yeah, you can see my face, but that's okay. I didn't want to show you my outfit, but I'll do that later. Yes, okay. Okay, now I do have these oracle cards, and I also have these tarot. And wait, let me... I don't know the lyrics to the song, but it's called Titli, I think. It's from Chennai Express. I haven't really watched the movie, but I really like that song. So you might be someone that also really likes it. But I don't know. I'm just here to tell you what I am allowed to know. And of course, like every reading, use your discernment. Use your discernment. Don't be a fool. Don't believe everything just because a tarot reader said it to you on the internet, okay? It's okay to doubt. That's fine. In fact, what is it? My dog's staring at me. In fact, we encourage critical thinking in this house, okay? Okay, spirit, ancestors, divine beings in this realm that are here for the greater good of my collective. What do you have for us today? Okay. Oop. Ah! Ah! Okay. There were jumping. But I'm freezing outside, feeling my skin tight. Okay. So that page of coins. Ah, you just saw my face anyway. Whatever. Maybe I was being dumb. Anyway, it's okay. It's just I'm shy. I'm low-key shy, and I'm low-key not that good when it comes to the camera, if that makes sense. I also just... I have a jumper. Let me... Right back. I have jumpers. Oh my god. So I have a ship, 9 of coins, and also the Emperor. So, I'm feeling like you're getting a lot of support right now in terms of what you do. I don't know what you do. Or it could be like a spiritual thing. And then 9 of coins, you can see that the bird here is like, look at them, they're chilling. And there's abundance everywhere. So you are supported and abundant. But you also need to keep in mind that these things are for you. Just because they were given to you doesn't mean you have to share everything. Do you understand? Do you understand? Because what was I gonna say? Because your gifts are for you. I think I had a reading like this before too. Like your gifts that you get are for you. It's not just for everybody. That's why it was given to you, because it was for you. Okay, so or you might be feeling kind of like very protective of your, oh damn, I'm really tingly right now. You might be feeling a little bit protective of what you have currently. Like I have a feeling that you're someone that worked really hard. You just saw my face. Someone that worked really hard to be where you are at. So like you feel defensive of your position, if that makes sense. But I'm also hearing that even if you are defensive, it's not like a my precious type shit. I mean type stuff. Sorry. It's more of a defensiveness in a way that is healthy, not to the point that it's borderline paranoid. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. I keep looking at this Eye of Horus that I have. So you might be someone that practice Chemeticism? I have this deck and it came with this one. It was thrifted because I'm broke. No, I'm not broke. It's just I like, if I can reuse stuff, I would reuse stuff, if that makes sense. I'm freezing outside. And yeah, you guys can see my Kuromi stickers and my Lisa stickers. I just really, really like cute stuff. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not unfortunately, it is very cute. Girls gotta like cute things. Okay. Okay, let's pull from this deck. Yeah, sorry if you guys don't like finger tapping. I'm sorry. I just think it's fun to do. Okay. I don't know how the audio would be like with a big shuffling. Hopefully it's not like ruining y'all's ears if you are on headphones. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. But yeah. Woo! Why everything jumping? So you got accomplishment. I don't know how to say that. Who yet? I don't know. I could be wrong. Hopefully, if you're Egyptian, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But it's accomplishment. There's a lot of birds because earlier, like, you know the 9 of coins or pentacles, that's just called coins in the deck that I have. But basically it's like saying there's a lot of birds. Like this one has bird, a bird, and that one also had a bird. So birds could be significant for you. You might be seeing a lot of birds that you don't usually see at where you live at, if that makes sense, because I know birds are everywhere. Unless if you live in a birdless land, then that would be strange. But yeah, it could be a typical, no, not typical. Excuse me. It could be a kind of bird that's not commonly seen in your area, if that makes sense. Those could be messages from your spirit guides, or you could look into like the spiritual significance of those birds to glean on and have more understanding of that stuff, okay? Okay, so accomplishment. Let me see. So you see this person, I think you did rise up to like the top, or like you got promoted to somewhere. It's giving, it's like you were an underdog and then you got promoted to be ahead of people. But let me confirm that with the guidebook of this one, because it does have, it's different from the usual ones that I use, because this one's based off the cons. It's pronounced Hui dot. Okay. So the card meaning, I'll read it to you. Although many would fall short of the deified pharaoh Amonhotep I's magnificent accomplishments, this card still represents success as it might be found in your professional life. Yeah, promotion. Although Hui dat means the end of the crane, it's not really the end of the crane group of decans, but could more precisely be considered the high point or the pinnacle of the group. You're like at the top. Like this is yeah. This reminds us that the great accomplishment is not the end of the journey, but simply one step along a greater path. An Olympic athlete who has won a gold medal has accomplished the most spectacular feat of their life, and all that follows may pale in comparison, yet they have more ground to tread. Pui Dat does not only offer protection, but also reminds us that the shining light of our accomplishment must be tempered by hard reality. So let's look at the history of this card, because this one is like the way it works is like there's a decan and all the other information, and then you have a card meaning, a history, and a ritual, because you can invoke the decans for like ritual work. From my understanding, I haven't really looked much into it because I have a lot. So history is the artwork of the Pui. That card ties in carefully with a meaning behind it. A golden statue of Amenhotep I carried aloft by his supporters during the festival to honor Amun, which is the god of the air. Immediately after his death, a funerary cult grew up around him. The golden idol of the deceased pharaoh was looked to for guidance in the form of oracles, when the statue might answer yes with a nod of its head. That's cool. Kind of creepy. The mineral of this decan is galena, a metallic crystallized form of lead. In ancient Egypt, it was used to create the ubiquitous Egyptian style eye makeup. So, far from being merely cosmetic, galena makeup was used by both men and women from all walks of life to protect their eyes from the harsh glare of the sun. Okay, so speaking of the galena, which in this context is the crystallized form of lead that they use for their eyeliner, from my understanding, I would say that just because you're in like a bright, how the heck do I say this in English? Just because you're like in a bright like time of your life, you don't let the light blind you from where you came from or like make you too arrogant. Do you know what I mean? Do not let the light blind you with arrogance. So you still need to remember where your roots came from, what you have done, recognize the steps that you went through to get through this accomplishment, and don't be, how do I say this? Don't look down on others just because you're up top. Okay, let me ask for one more card. I do feel like you're like a girl boss, kind of girly pop. Ah! Oh, that's a lot. Never mind. I'm not taking this one. I'll take this one. We can get away. That's just my out. I got healing. Wait, can you see it? Healing. Yeah, I hope you can see that. It's eyes too. Something about eyes. They're like taking something from the eyes. So it says, children of the sheep. I give up on pronouncing the ancient Egyptian. Or Egyptian rather. My bad, guys. Healing can be a painful process, as evidenced by the procedure depicted on the. Okay. I got it. Let's look in. So what I'm getting is, you being in this high position is also happening in your life because you're asked to heal from shying away from the spotlight. Like you think you're the kind of person that like thinks like, oh, I don't deserve this good nice thing. Like I'm just a person that doesn't really deserve stuff. Like I can't believe that I was able to do this. I don't think I'm able to do that. So I don't think I deserve this. So like you need to heal from that kind of mentality because you got there for a reason. You got there for a reason. I'm looking at you. You got there for a reason. Do you understand me? But yeah. So stop trying to undo your own healing. Stop trying to pick the scab that's already scabbing. Like I know you have to do care for wounds so that they don't turn into keloid scars. But that doesn't mean just because you have new granulation tissue, is it granulation tissue? Or the new scab, just because it's still new and fresh, you just pick it off immediately. You wait for it for a little bit, let it settle. Then you can scrub it. Does that make sense? Then you can revisit that trauma and try to figure out how to get out of that trauma, or like how to feel much better around the trauma, if that makes sense. Okay, now I'll get this just Gauchon pocket oracle. I got the small one because I have small hands and it's really hard for me to shuffle stuff. So yeah, that's just my art. Maybe you do have like an alternate ego kind of thingy, or you want to have one. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just got 2 cards: the Witness and the Ancient Cross. The Witness. Yeah. Sorry, I could not read. That's just my alternate. That's just my alternate. That's just my ego. Okay, one last. The Coyote. That's just my alternate. That's just my alternate. So the Witness. Let us see. And how this deck works is like there's the essence is like the overview of it, and the invitation is how it's read upright, and then the medicine with how it's gonna be read reversed. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. I apologize. That's just my alternate. That's just my alternate. That's just my ego. Okay. For the Witness, the essence is the witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. When we can be present for someone else's difficulty with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give them better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other. Then, through our presence, they receive their own answers. So the invitation, or how it's read, if it's upright, is the witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. So I think this witness is, what I'm feeling is like, it's a spirit guide or something like that, or an ancestor, or a god that has been watching you for a while to like help you with your endeavors. So it's giving how do I say this? Because in my culture, I'm Filipino, we have a saying bahala na, which is just shortened for bathala na, or let the supreme god's name is bahala. Let Bathala do it. Let him do it. Let him figure it out. I think they're asking you to lessen your grip on control and then let loose for a little bit. Now, I'm not saying to be extremely irresponsible, like not paying your bills or not showing up to work, because God will take care of it. I'm asking you to they're asking you to let go, like, healthily. Because I think all that control you have on yourself is blocking you from all the things you're supposed to be receiving, because you're making up these little dumb rules that don't make sense. Does that make sense to you? Okay. The next one is, girl, what the hell? The Andean cross. I read the Ancient Cross. My bad. That's just my alternate. Okay, so the Andean cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom and to break free of a linear time. So much words. Okay, so the invitation is, this cross announces the start to a great journey. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which, until now, has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. Yeah, you just gotta let it go. Let it go. And yes, easier said than done. Every time I get like a reading or I read for myself and I hear I let go, I literally crash out because letting go is so hard. Because it's everything you've ever knew. Hi, this is me. This is me after my 12-hour chicken. So you're trying to figure out how to let go of stuff because you're mourning who you were before, which is understandable, but is truly keeping a dead thing really healthy for you? So in anatomy and physiology, which is the study of the structures of the body and how the body works, there's a thing called necrosis, which is just dying of tissues. And usually necrosis or necrotic limbs or tissue, they are treated by cutting off those bits that are affected by necrosis. So this is what they mean by letting go. If you had toxic traits that are really killing who you are to be in this life, let it go. Ask for help on how to let that go. And because it's giving like surgery, but also not a literal surgery, like a spiritual surgery kind of thingy. You might be wanting to go to Reiki and stuff like that for help. It's never a bad thing to ask for help. In fact, if you can find local Reiki people in your area, you can. Because if you let that wound, or for lack of a better term, from how I understand it, that necrotic tissue that you have in your soul, if you let that fester, that's gonna affect you. So if you just let it go, let whoever's gonna work on you, deity or not, or a Reiki practitioner or a therapist, you let that wound be treated, then it'll help you in letting go that bad part that's bothering your entire soul. Next one is the coyote. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm full of yapperings. Unfortunately. It's just my thoughts. It's just my ego. I can get out. Okay, so the coyote is the symbol of the symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want. Oh, only to find that the coyote brings you to the opposite of what you've hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are the most sacred and always for your highest good. If I could speak, that would be amazing. But then again, your girl has third chakra problem. Anyway, an invitation. If coyote calls to you, this is time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true tests of faith. You have set your intentions and turned them over to the Great Spirit. What the fuck did we just talk about earlier? Bahala na. Let God do it. Because if I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm a very strange person. And I like quoting stuff. But that's okay. That's just how I'm made. Okay. Pause my hair clip. It's not hair clipping. Okay. So, yeah, you have turned them over to the Great Spirit, yet you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. Sorry, I can't read. Remember this. Coyote is a sacred trickster, and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when Coyote calls your name. So, I'm seeing that scene with Elsa in like Frozen 2. Where's that? You might be having that kind of moments. And like, when I was reading the Coyote thingy, I was getting reminded of Loki. So like, maybe you work with Loki, or I don't know. I don't know. So it could be that. Or Loki is one of your spirit guides, question mark. Or maybe Hermes. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. What is? Can you give us advice on? Okay. Oh, okay. So I asked them if they could give us advice on how you deal with this, and then I got the lower world. Dang, that looks cool actually. Okay, the lower world is giving shadow work or getting into. Hold on. So, the lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where you can find the disowned parts of ourselves and abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is a place of our ancestors where we discover. I just heard we're waiting for you, so get up, get up. Okay. The lower world is the place of our ancestors where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of collective unconscious. Here, we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. So, your invitation is it is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Because, like, if you're just making other people, if you're making yourself small so that other people can like you, do they truly like you? No, exactly. Okay. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. And unfortunately, all these hidden gems are just part of being human. You're not really gonna know who you truly are in one day. People try to do that. They try to, like, influencers be like, oh yeah, I look like I have it figured out. But all these things are manufactured. You can figure out who you are, in my opinion, until you're about to pass onto the other world. I think it's just impossible to know who you are while you're still alive. Okay. Bro, what the fuck? Oh, 30. I haven't finished reading it, sorry. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. Okay, so while I was reading that, I'm seeing. You know how Ra. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. You know how Ra journeys into Duat in like every single night and then fights Apophis, and then when it's done, it's day again. It's going through that like a dark night of the soul kind of thingy. If that makes sense to you. Hold on, let me show you my outfit. This is my outfit. This is my outfit. Anyway, that was random. I thought it was cool. But yeah, so you're going on a journey, but like then again, life is a journey. Life is a journey. So I feel like there's something else. I don't know. That's just my mountain. That's just my ego. You can get away. Ego racing. That's just my mountain. That's just my ego. Is there any? Maybe the other deck. Because, like, I'm also hearing the Life is a Boat by Ri Fu from Bleach. The nobody knows who I really am. I never felt this way before. I think for a while you have like a fake you that at this point you're having a hard time trying to decipher who you are. Like, I'm seeing that you were pretending to be someone else because you might have been made fun of if you're your true self. Okay. But yeah. Okay, so there are no reversals for the Egyptian Star Oracle, at least from how I read it or how I've known. Left to right. Okay, so this is your first card: Destruction of Enemies. Well, that song is like. You ain't facing me. I don't know. I need to. I'm really bad at rapping, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so. Maybe that's why I've been. Oh, maybe that's why I've been hearing that song a lot. It's because since you've been pretending to be someone else for the sake of protecting yourself, you feel like your real self is your alter ego. Okay, sorry I yelled at you. Okay. So the translation of this card is Upper Kintu. So destruction of enemies. Most people in the modern era don't have a pressing need to behead their enemies like Seti the First did. But this card deals with more than just enemies who are attempting to take your throne. It includes anyone who's attempting to destroy your serenity, peace, and joy. You can surely think of, don't mind my dogs, they're just playing. It includes, You can surely think of at least one or two people whom you want to leave you alone or with whom you have been in conflict. This card can also refer to spiritual enemies. The Decan's focus is really on overthrowing spiritual forces. So if you're up against a spiritual adversary, then Kentu Heru is indicating that you will emerge victorious. I heard that we've got this, so I don't think you have to do anything, to be honest. Unless if you feel compelled to. It's up to you. If this card is found in conjunction with any other card that involves conflict, it is sure a sign of success in that dispute. We'll see, because like you have two other cards. The Kentu Decan group is comprised of two decans. No, I don't feel like reading that. Yeah, a whole bunch of yapping. Okay, your next card is New Beginnings and Jubilation. Damn, can you, Bob? Okay, I'll show it like this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. This is the way I set up. I'm sorry. That's just my alternate. That's just my ego. Okay. Not only is this a card of new beginnings, but it's also one of jubilation. Well, yeah, I guess you succeed because like it's like woohoo! Kill enemy. Woohoo! Badly explained. But also one of the it represents promises kept, a fresh start. You might have been working with your spirit guides, be like, please bro, promise me you'll protect me kind of thingy. Maybe. A fresh start and new opportunities that will begin to emerge in the coming months. Congratulations. Okay. Some of these opportunities may yet be unknown, but they will reveal themselves in time. The meaning of this card is depicted as a man, a cowherd, leading a cow. In addition to new beginnings, this card may also represent leadership, a specific person who is a leader or mentor who is going to steer you in a positive direction. This could be someone that, yeah, like a mentor. It's already saying that. Never mind. Not me trying to be a dead horse. My bad. Next card is Care and Nurturing. Upper Wing. That's just my alternate. That's just my ego. Okay. This card represents complete freedom from suffering and the appearance of love. It may be in the form of unconditional love, such as that offered by a child or a parent, or it may be the love of a romantic partner either present or arriving soon in the future. Sorry. How do I say this? What hurt? I guess, I don't know. The upper wing can be envisioned as a bird's wing wrapped around you, enclosing you in a warm and comforting cocoon of love. Inside the wing's protective embrace, you are cared for without fear of judgment or rejection. If you are a caregiver, this card may represent you directly, or it possibly represent another caregiver in your life. Yeah, I think besides like a future relationship and all that, it might be like your guides letting you know that you will triumph and that they have you under their wing. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I enjoyed yapping to you guys. Thank you again for watching my video. I appreciate it. And maybe next time I can figure out a better way to hide my face because I am not hiding my life. But yeah. Thank you for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. I know my channel is small, but I really appreciate each one of you, okay? Each and every one of you. I can't speak. Good gods. But yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.